In this video, we will see together how to use the Garmin Forerunner 945. The goal of this video is not to see all of the options that are available into the Garmin Forerunner 945. Indeed, the goal is just to show you how to use the watch so you can be comfortable to discover more by yourself. If I would do a video that show you everything that watch can do, it would last few hours. Really, that watch is insane. It does a lot of things, but by understanding the basic of the watch, you will be able to discover it all by yourself. So let's start with the very basic, how to navigate inside the watch. So before you go navigate with the watch, how to navigate into the watch. So you navigate in the watch with those 4 buttons here. This one is actually for the light, and there's another option that we will see a little bit later. But what you have to understand is that those 2 buttons are made to go up and down. This one is made to select, and this one is made to go back. So if, by example, from that page just right here, I go up and down, I will access the widget. So if I go down, see, there are the widget. So I go down, you see it goes down, and if I go up, it goes up. So I navigate through all those widgets. That button actually is the up, yes, but if I hold it, it's also the menu button. So if I press and hold it, I will reach the menu. Actually, if I go back, I will quit it. As you can see, I am on the watch face. So anywhere you are into the watch, if you press and hold the menu, you will have access to the menu of what you are actually. So if I press and hold here, you see now there's the watch face. So if I want to edit the watch face, I can select it and change the watch face. We will not go deep inside the watch face. I did a full video about this on this very watch. You can see it just right here. I will explain you everything there is to know about the watch face. So now I'm going to go back and it take me back to that page. So let's go back again into that menu. So you see we have access to the watch face menu, but if we go down, we have alarm clock, histories, and there is a lot of settings, a lot of them. If we come here, down here, you see there is system, so I can access language, time, backlight. You see, maybe I've been a little bit fast. You move inside the menu with up and down. If I want to go into system, I select it with the start stop button, and I can now go down just like that. And if I want to select hotkeys like that, I select it. Now I have access to other things. And if I want to go back to the previous page, I can press the back button to come back, and come back up to the main page. So understand? Down, up, but if you hold it, it's menu. And here you select, and then you go back. Pretty much that's it. We have seen the widget. So let's see them a little bit deeper. So maybe your page is not like mine. Actually, I edited it. We will see it a little bit later. But just take a look at the first one, weather. So what do we see here? We see that actually the sun is just set. So we see a moon and it's partly cloudy. If we were inside the day, we would be seeing the sun with the cloud. So actually it is -6 outside. And there is a minimum and maximum of -5 to -6 for the day. You see now I'm inside it. If I want to go inside that widget, I can select it and have even more information. So again, we see it's partly cloudy, -6 outside, minimum and maximum of the day. Now we can even see that it feels like -6, and there is a wind of 2 kilometers per hour from east. There is 0% probability of rain, and that's the weather for Granby, Canada, as of 16 4:30. Then, I don't know if you realize, but you see, I was inside the widget. If I want to go back, I press the back button and I'm back to the widget. Now, if I want to go again inside, what I want to show you is that when I go inside, you see there is 4 dots just right here, and now they disappear. But that just means that there is 4 pages inside that menu. So if I go down here, I'm able to see the forecast for the next hours. But there's actually something special for that page. You see there is 4 dots right here. This means there is 4 pages, and I can access those by pressing the Start Stop button. So now I'm able to go for the next 12 hours, and then it comes back to the beginning. If I go down, I'm able to see the forecast for the next days, 6 days actually. And if I go down again, I've got the air quality. So few more information. So I can go back and have access to my steps. Actually, there's no step because I didn't wear the watch for the last few weeks. I'm testing another watch actually. So there's the sleep data, the sunrise, sunset. Again, I can come inside it and see where I am. So that's the daytime, nighttime. See, the twilight is from 6:44 to... well, actually, the twilight is from 16:41 to 6:44. And I can see it for the other days, the following days, the previous days. I'm able to see all that. Again, if you press and hold it, actually there won't be any other option. If you go on the Phoenix, it's possible to go into navigation. Not navigation, but you can select another city or another location to see the sunrise and sunset time of anywhere in the world, but that's not available into that one. But what I want to show you, see, now if I'm inside the weather and press and hold the menu button, I've got a weather option, so I can show it in Celsius, Fahrenheit. It's a bit different. So yeah, other widget. Anyway, take a look at all of them, analyze it. You'll see there's a lot of widget. If there's a widget that you know that exists, but well, or if you just want to see all of the widget available from anywhere inside the widget, you can press and hold the menu again and go down to Add Widgets. So you will have access to last ride, last swim, golf, last activity, floors climb, intensity minutes, stress calories, Garmin coach, barometer, and so on. So if you want to add one, see, last ride, you just hit the plus and it will be added. Same thing, if there is one that you don't care about, so let's say, I don't know, this one, this week, 3.1 kilometers, I don't want this, so press and hold, remove widget, and that's it, it's gone. Or if by example we go up here and I would say I would like to have my step first, so press and hold, go down, reorder widget, and then you will be able to place it where you want. So I said I want it first, right there. So next time I go inside my widget, the first thing I see instead of the weather is the number of steps I've done in a day. But I'd like the weather first. So reorder widget, place it first. All right, that's done. So that was for the widget. There's also the controls. So the controls is another kind of widget. So if I press and hold that one, I have access to a few options. Well, flashlight, yes. It looks stupid, I know. It's just a white page with a backlight turn on. But if you are in the wood and it's pitch black outside and you forget to bring a flashlight, this actually can save your life. It's pretty impressive what it does in full night. It's very impressive. The timer. So yes, you have access to, well, actually I already did a 8-minute timer, so I can take it back, start, stop, reset it, whatever, or select a quick timer. So select the time that you want to have a countdown timer. So you see, you start and it will ring at the end. Reset back. Okay. Add an alarm. So if you want to add an alarm clock, that's kind of handy. So if I want something at 5:30, for example, 5:30 right here. So by default, every alarm will be there for only once. So once it will be 5:30, it will ring, and then it will go off. So next time, you see if I come back here, you see 5:30, there's an alarm on, but I can disable it. So after the alarm, you see it's off. I come back inside, and I can re-enable it. But you can also enable a repeat. So only once, daily, so every day. Only the weekday, so from Monday to Friday, the weekend only, or custom. So if you want it to be Monday, Tuesday, and Sunday, for example, well, that's what you have. If you go back, you see Monday, Tuesday, Sunday. You want sound, tone, and vibration, or just vibration? That's up to you. You can adjust it the way you want. Seriously, this watch is a beast. Everything is configurable. So actually, I just want to make sure it won't go on tomorrow at 5:30. So I deleted it. There's a stopwatch, of course. Every watch should have a stopwatch. See, reset. You can power it off. There is many options. There is actually this one that I love. Find my phone. I use it a lot, so I lose my phone pretty often. If I want to find it, I come into that option. I press just right here, and maybe you can hear at the back, my phone is ringing. I love that option. Okay, your wallet, those things. And again, if you want to add even more controls, you can press and hold the menu button and add control, or reorder control, or remove control. So you start understanding the principle. So you have a lot of other control options that you can add on this page, but that's up to you. Then let's talk about music. If you had music, you have a choice between MP3s, Spotify, and Deezer, maybe some other, but that's the one that come with the watch by default. You can always have access if you are from the watch face or inside a sport activity. Is if you press and hold. You see, there's the music button just right here. So if you press and hold that button, it will take you to that page. So here I have access to my library, and yeah, so that's what I have access to. So if I want to listen to that music, I would have to actually connect my AirPods and make it play. Actually, you see it's searching for it, but I won't connect it. It's pretty obvious when you are inside. You see there's a play button. You can adjust the volume, and if you don't have if you don't play the music from the watch, you can also control the music of your phone. Actually, I prefer that because using the Bluetooth headphone will drain your battery a lot, but a lot. So I prefer to control the music of my phone. I always have my phone with me anyway. But that's up to you. Then if we go inside the menu, again, you see there's a lot of options, but we won't see all of them. What did I change on my watch? There is the power management here, and there is that battery percentage that I have enabled. So you see if that's disabled, when you come inside maybe the widget, you can see at the top here, there's remaining 14 days of battery. That's the information I want the most, but still I love to have power management, battery percentage. So if I come back here, you see now it says 14 days, but also 90% of battery. Then if we go into system, you can change the language of your watch. If you speak another language and you prefer to have your watch into that language, that's possible. There's a lot of option of language. Of course, they are not all there, but still, there's a lot. Time, you can have it in 24-hour mode, military, or 12 hours. The difference between 24-hour mode and military is there's a 2 dot between minutes and hours. That's it. Then you got backlight option. There's one that is interesting here. I said during inactivity, when I move the watch, by default, I think it's just on. I set it to after sunset. If I move the watch face up, the backlight turn on. If I am in an activity and the sun is set. So, well, again, you have a lot of option about a backlight. So when you touch the keys, do you want the light to go on when there's an alert, when you move the watch, and how much time you want the light to be on, and the brightness. And yeah, that's a lot of option you can have here. So again, just navigate into it. Oh, hotkeys. No, hotkeys. We have to see that. Hotkeys is a combination or just holding one button that do something, just what you want. So for example, I set it to make it that start plus down. So start plus down when I am into inactivity. So if by example I am running, but I want to stop running and just walking, I can change my activity. So I press and hold those 2 buttons and I will be able to select another activity. Or if by example this one, back plus light, do flashlight. Like that. Oh, actually it does turn off. Why? Maybe, well, I don't know. That's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Maybe a bug. It was working fine. Maybe I should just reboot. But yeah. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. So let's say start plus up. Let's do Wi-Fi, but you see there's a lot of other options that you can choose to get when you do any of those shortcuts. Yeah, so yes, for the rest, just navigate into the watch and explore all the menu. You can't broke anything, just navigate into it. You will see by yourself everything you're able to do. Then, finally, we reach the activity page. So to start an activity with that watch, you will want to press the Start Stop button. At first, it will ask you to select your favorite activity. I actually set walk, run, and hike. But there's a lot of other activity. And you can go here into Add. And you see there is a lot of activities available. Anyway, that's a Forerunner, so I'm gonna presume that you run. So I'm gonna go for a run. Before you start the activity, you see here it is looking for GPS. I never wait for this. Actually, I will never get it because I am inside, but I never wait for it. When I start my run, my walk, my bicycle ride, or anything, I just start it and it finds the GPS pretty fast. So I'm just not waiting for this. But if you want to wait, that's up to you. You just wait for the bar to come here and it will become green and you will be ready to go. But before you start, you have access to few activities here. So you've got the run setting. If you want to do training, so you got workouts, intervals. Just play with it. Play with it. You will see it's pretty easy. There's that one that I like. Set a target. So if I want to do, I don't know, a 10K, that will add a page. We will see the page very soon. It will tell me the distance remaining. So if I run 1 kilometer, it will tell me it remained 9 kilometers. It will give me my average pace, and with my average pace and the distance remaining, it will give me an estimated finish time. So, well, great option. Let's go back into run. Did you see before you start an activity here, it says remaining 31 hours of battery? That's because I select the activity actually. If you are here, you say it's 14 days of battery remaining, but once you select it, if you come back, you see it remains 31 hours with the GPS enabled. the GPS drain a lot of battery. You've got live track, so if you want to be followed by someone, if you want that someone know where you are when you are running, cycling, or whatever, you can auto start it on the activity. Actually, I will disable it. That will depend. If you have LTE enable, it will use the LTE. If your phone is there, it will use your phone connection. But yes, you need your phone with the Bluetooth turn on to make it work, or having the LTE service enable, and that's a monthly subscription. And it doesn't work so well from what I've tested yet. Maybe it's just in my location that the signal is not strong enough, but it didn't work well for me with the LTE. Yeah, so let's start the activity. So once you are into that page, you press the start button and the activity is started. So actually that's what I have set: distance, average speed, and pace. That might be weird. It's because I've just made a tutorial. We will change it very soon. But if we navigate with up and down, it's still the same principle. We go down and we have access to more information, heart rate, and finally the map. And if I come back here, I want to change that information. So let's say that instead of having the average speed, I would like to have my actual elevation, maybe. So I will press and hold it, the menu button, and I will go into round settings and data screens. And you see now there's the pen. I can choose the page that I want to modify, and I can choose the pen. I can even change the layout. So if I want to have five information, or even 6, well, that's up to you. But let's return to that 3 layout page. We can change the data field. You see now this one is blinking. I can go down to go to that one and select it to edit it. So we've got timer field, distance field, pace field, speed field, heart rate field, run dynamics, cadence field, pace pro, temperature, elevation field. So here I've got my average ascent, average descent, maximum ascent, maximum descent, elevation. That's what I want. So I select it. And you have, it's crazy the number of fields you can have on the watch. Make a tour of it, or there is that video just right here in which I will show you everything about those options. It's a very, very complete video. Actually, I made it with the Garmin Tactics, but it's exactly the same thing. Those two watches are nearly identical from the inside. Nearly. So yeah, can go back here. I won't go any further. You will be able to see it into the video I've just pointed you. So yeah. Oh yeah, well that back button actually on an activity will create lap. And if you press the start stop button just right here, you will have few options. So you can resume, so restart the activity, or you can again pause it, and so you can save the activity, so it will end the activity and sync it with Garmin Connect, or maybe Strava if your Garmin Connect is synced with Strava. You can also resume later. So let's say you stop at a restaurant and you don't want your watch to keep using the GPS during that time. You can say resume later, and there you are. You are back to the watch face. And you see now it says 14 days of battery because the GPS is actually disabled. So you do what you want, and when you're finished at the restaurant, you press start, stop, and it come back to that page. It will ask you, do you want to resume? Do you want to save? Resume later again. Create a lap, back to start. That's up to you. So let's say... actually, we will resume that one. So resume. All right. Let's see a few other options. if we press and hold that button, we will want to go into navigation, and you can see some stuff around you. So if you want to go to, well, back to start, if you're lost somewhere and you want to back to start, you can choose to go back on your foot on choose the best route to go back, because you have a built-in map inside. You can select courses if you made one on Garmin Connect on your phone or on the computer. You can, that's fun. We will see it a bit later. Site and go, use map. Let's say point of interest, and I want to look for food and drinks. So you just wait a little bit, and it will find everything that is around you. So Tim Hortons, Planet Poutine, les rôtisseries du Hamel, Subway, McDonald's. You have access to all those things. So let's say I want to go to Subway. I can say go, and it will calculate my itinerary. Actually, I'm not sure it will get it because I'm inside and it doesn't really know where I am. So, oops. Try to be outside when you do it. So yeah, so that's few options. Oh, you can pan and zoom. So if you want to have access to the map, the way pan and zoom work is that you see you have 3 dots here. On the first one, you will be able to zoom in and out. With the other one, you will be able to go up and down. And with the other one, you will be able to go left and right. So it's pretty well made. See, zoom, go up. So yeah. Oh yeah, and when you reach some place, you can also hold start stop button and say go or save location. So if I want to go, it will create my itinerary. Oops. I always forget that the lap button when you are into the back button when you are into an activity is the lap button. So yeah, you see when you are into navigation, it will give you even more information about your navigation. So it will create some other pages. What else? Navigation, back to start, course, round trip. We will see it. Let's stop that activity. So start stop button, and instead of saving it, for this case, I will discard it. So it will just erase it. I have to confirm because I erased that activity. You don't want to do it by accident. Before you start an activity. So let's say, for example, you want to run a 10K. And you are somewhere you don't know, and you want to discover what is around you, and you want to do something around 10K. So I will press that button here, and I will go into navigation and create a round trip. So when you go here, you select the distance you want to do. So let's say I want to do a 10K. I select that, select, and you can choose the direction in which you want to go. So let's say, for example, you know, there's a lake in north, so you want to go north. So maybe you will pass around that lake, or you can go into any direction, or you choose the one you want. So let's say we go into any direction. It will create 3 itinerary of about 10 kilometers. So you just give it some time. So you see there's that first one that does 11.4 kilometers. And when you're ready, you just press start and you will follow that itinerary. So we have another option, 8.7 kilometers with 68 meters of elevation gain. And the third one is actually calculating. So 9.7 kilometers with 60.4 meters in elevation gain. So you pick what you want. And when you want to do it, you just start and you follow the direction that the watch will give you while you are running. So that's another pretty good option. About navigation, again, with the Garmin Tactics, I made very detailed video about it. You can see that video just right here about the navigation. And yeah, that will be helpful to you. Again, those two watches are nearly identical from the inside. So yeah, I think that makes the tour for that video. Now it's time to you to discover the watch by yourself. So this is it. Thank you for watching. I hope it helps. If yes, please smash the like button. If you are planning to buy this watch, you can see my link in the description. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can find me back easily next time you need help. If you want to see my other tutorial about this watch, you can see my playlist just right here. And you can also find me on my main channel just right there. Thank you for watching. Take care and see ya.